video, stop what you're doing right now. Because if what insiders are whispering behind closed doors is even half true, hip-hop as you know it is about to flip upside down. Late last night, a so-called confidential roadmap, allegedly tied to Kendrick Lamar's next era, started circulating in elite industry group chats. And fans are saying this isn't just music, this is chess. Dangerous chess. And if the rumors are right, Drake and J. Cole might be standing right in the blast radius. Now before anybody starts yelling, "Cap," let's be clear. Nothing is confirmed, everything is alleged, and this is exactly how the biggest rap earthquakes usually begin. Quiet leaks, cryptic texts, and a whole lot of nervous phone calls. But here, SY fans are shocked the timing. 2026. A year Kendrick hasn't even spoken about publicly, yet somehow his name is trending alongside words like endgame, exposure, and final move. Sources close to the situation claim this isn't about beef anymore. This is about legacy, about rewriting the power structure of rap, and about two names that keep popping up in the same breath, Drake and J. Cole. People who were once seen as untouchable pillars of the culture are now allegedly being discussed as collateral damage in Kendrick's long game. Emotions are already running high online, and fans are split down the middle. Some are calling it genius, others are calling it betrayal. What makes this even crazier? Certain lyrics from years ago are suddenly being re-examined. Old interviews are resurfacing. Even family members and close friends are rumored to be questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. The internet is in detective mode, the culture is holding its breath, and one question keeps echoing louder by the minute. If Kendrick's 2026 plan is real, was this war already decided years ago? By sunrise, the hip-hop internet was already on fire. Twitter spaces were packed, group chats were buzzing, and every rap page worth its blue check was hinting at the same thing without saying it out loud. Something big was moving behind the scenes, and Kendrick Lamar's name was at the center of it all. Fans are shocked, not because Kendrick dropped a song, but because he didn't. The silence felt loud, too loud. According to alleged insiders, the leak didn't come from a blog or a journalist. It came from a private conversation that was never supposed to leave a locked room in Los Angeles. A conversation where Kendrick's long-term vision for 2026 was supposedly laid out in cold, strategic detail. Not just albums, not just tour. We're talking timing, alignments, and who would be standing when the dust settles. And when those notes started circulating, emotions ran high across the entire industry. One source, claiming to be close to a top dog executive, allegedly said, "This ain't about diss tracks. Kendrick already won that lane years ago. This is about positioning." That one sentence alone sent fans into meltdown mode. Because if Kendrick isn't chasing hits or headlines, what exactly is he chasing? Here's where things start getting uncomfortable. Allegedly, the leaked plan referenced a three-king collapse. Fans immediately connected the dots. Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, the so-called Big Three. For over a decade, these names have been linked together like rap mythology. Different styles, different cities, same era. But now, people are saying Kendrick wants out of that narrative entirely, and he's willing to burn the label off completely. Fans are shocked because Drake and J. Cole weren't described as enemies. They were described as obstacles. And in the entertainment world, that word hits different. An alleged industry vet reportedly reacted in disbelief, saying, "Drake built an empire. Cole built trust. Kendrick, he built patience. And patience is dangerous." That quote alone went viral, with fans arguing in the comments about whether Kendrick has been plotting quietly while everyone else was competing loudly. Old moments are now being replayed with new meaning. That awkward pause when Kendrick was asked about Drake in a 2023 interview. J. Cole's sudden shift in tone on collaboration. Even Kendrick's long gaps between releases are being reframed as intentional, not mysterious. Fans are asking themselves, was this all part of the plan? Meanwhile, reactions from the Drake and Cole camps have been interesting. Drake, who's usually quick with a caption or subliminal post, went uncharacteristically quiet. No cryptic IG story, no slick one-liner, just silence. And in rap culture, silence can be louder than a diss. J. Cole, on the other hand, allegedly canceled a low-key studio appearance the same week these rumors started circulating. Sources close to Dreamville claim the energy shifted overnight. One unnamed affiliate allegedly said, "Phones started ringing. People were nervous. Nobody knew if this was real, but nobody wanted to be caught unprepared." Fans immediately split into factions. Kendrick supporters are calling it evolution. Strategy, mastery of the long game. They're saying Kendrick doesn't owe anyone comfort. Meanwhile, Drake fans are accusing the narrative of being exaggerated and disrespectful. "You don't erase a decade of dominance with a plan," one fan tweeted. Cole fans, torn down the middle. Some feel betrayed. Others say Cole saw this coming and already stepped back on purpose. And then there's the family angle, because every real drama has won. Allegedly, people close to Kendrick's inner circle weren't all on the same page about this supposed 2026 vision. One rumor suggests a longtime collaborator questioned whether going this route would permanently fracture relationships that were built over years. Another insider claims Kendrick's response was calm but firm. "History doesn't reward hesitation." That line, whether real or not, has become a slogan online. What's adding fuel to the fire is how calculated everything feels. No sudden announcements, no leaks to mainstream media, just enough whispers to let the culture do what it does best: speculate. Fans are breaking down Kendrick's old lyrics like they're decoding prophecy. Bars that once felt introspective are now being labeled as warnings. One viral TikTok pointed out a verse from years ago where Kendrick said, "When it's time, it's time." Views passed 1 million in hours. Even other artists are reacting subtly. A few high-profile rappers liked posts questioning the Big Three narrative. Others reposted cryptic messages about eras ending. Nobody is saying names, but everybody knows what's being discussed. The family was left divided, not just among fans, but across the industry itself. And the biggest twist so far? Allegedly, Kendrick's 2026 plan doesn't even start with music. It starts with absence, pulling back, letting anticipation turn into pressure, letting others move first. One rumored quote from a leaked note allegedly reads, "When everyone is loud, power moves quietly." Fans are either calling this genius or manipulation. By the end of the week, one thing was clear: the culture didn't feel the same anymore. Drake and J. Cole were still on top, still successful, still respected. But for the first time in years, people were openly asking, what happens if Kendrick decides to flip the board entirely? And as the rumors continue to spread, one question refuses to go away. If this is only of Kendrick Lamar's alleged 2026 plan, what's coming next, and who's not ready for it? As the rumors kept spreading, the atmosphere around hip-hop started to feel tense in a way fans hadn't felt in years. It wasn't loud beef energy. It was quiet paranoia. According to alleged insiders, meetings started happening that were never on calendars. Managers calling managers. Labels checking contracts twice. Artists suddenly revisiting old alliances like, "Wait, who's really on my side?" Fans are shocked because Kendrick still hadn't said a single word. No tweet, no interview, no surprise verse. And that's what made everything worse. Because the more silent he stayed, the more people assumed the whispers were real. One alleged industry consultant claimed Kendrick's camp had been mapping influence rather than charts. "He's not trying to out-rap them," the source said. "He's trying to outlast them." That statement hit a nerve. Because Drake's dominance has always been about consistency and presence. J. Cole's power has always been trust and relatability. Kendrick, his weapon has always been meaning. And meaning ages differently. Then came the first real twist. A popular rap blogger dropped a late-night video claiming Kendrick's 2026 plan involved selective collaboration, but not with who fans expected. Allegedly, Kendrick had already turned down multiple legacy collabs that would have broken the internet instantly. Instead, the rumor was that he was quietly building with artists outside the Big Three orbit. International names, underground voices, artists with nothing to lose. Fans immediately started connecting dots. Why had Kendrick praised certain newer artists publicly while staying distant from his peers? Why did his last few public appearances feel more like statements than celebrations? Emotions ran high as fans debated whether Kendrick was abandoning the old guard or simply evolving past them. Meanwhile, Drake's circle allegedly wasn't taking the rumors lightly. One unnamed associate claimed Drake saw the narrative forming and didn't like where it was headed. "Drake hates being written out of the story," the source said. "And right now, people are acting like Kendrick is writing the ending." That quote alone sparked heated arguments online. Drake fans pushed back hard. They pointed to numbers, global reach, influence beyond rap. "You don't just finish Drake," one fan commented. "You survive him." But even some neutral fans admitted something felt different this time. Not aggressive, not competitive, strategic. Cole's situation was even more complicated. Allegedly, Cole found himself stuck in the middle again. Sources close to Dreamville suggested Cole was aware of Kendrick's long-term thinking far earlier than fans realized. One rumor claims Cole once warned his inner circle that the Big Three era wouldn't last forever, that he believed Kendrick was never comfortable sharing a throne. Fans replayed old footage of Cole saying he wanted peace, not crowns. Suddenly, that didn't sound humble. It sounded like foresight. Then came another bombshell rumor, a private conversation between Kendrick and Cole that allegedly did not end well. According to a supposed insider, the discussion wasn't heated, it was cold. No yelling, no insults, just a difference in philosophy. Cole allegedly wanted unity. Kendrick allegedly wanted clarity. And sometimes clarity breaks things. The vibe shifted after that, the source claimed. They weren't enemies, but they weren't aligned anymore either. Fans are shocked because that subtle fracture feels more dangerous than open beef. As the days passed, the narrative kept evolving. A leaked screenshot, unverified but widely shared, allegedly showed a note titled 2026 with bullet points referencing ownership, final form, and post-rap relevance. The internet went crazy. Was Kendrick planning a retirement, a takeover, a cultural reset? Reactions poured in from every angle. Some artists reposted messages about independence. Others unfollowed certain pages. A few prominent producers liked comments hinting that rap's hierarchy is about to change. Nobody confirmed anything, but the tension was undeniable. And then the family angle deepened. A rumor surfaced that someone close to Kendrick, not blood, but chosen family, questioned whether this approach would isolate him completely. The alleged response? Loneliness is the cost of leadership. Whether real or not, that line spread like wildfire. Fans quoted it. Critics mocked it. Supporters defended it. The family was left divided in the court of public opinion. What really scared people wasn't the idea of Kendrick attacking Drake or Cole. It was the idea of Kendrick not needing them at all. Another alleged insider claimed Kendrick's strategy involved letting others exhaust themselves. Drop after drop, tour after tour, while he waited. Burnout is real, the source said. Kendrick's betting on time. Fans are shocked because, historically, time has been Kendrick's ally. Every return felt intentional. Every absence added weight. By now, even casual fans could feel it. The culture was bracing for impact without knowing what the impact would be. No diss tracks, no announcements, just pressure. And the biggest twist of allegedly, Kendrick's plan doesn't end with Drake and Cole losing relevance. It ends with the audience redefining relevance itself. Less streams, more statements, less visibility, more gravity. As one viral comment put it, Drake runs the moment. Cole runs the heart. Kendrick wants to run history. Whether that's genius or ego depends on who you ask. But one thing is undeniable. The chessboard has been revealed, and everyone is realizing they might already be mid-game. And if this is still only, the setup might be where the real damage begins. By the time the culture reached what fans started calling Phase 3, the mood had completely shifted. This was no longer just speculation. This was anticipation mixed with anxiety. Hip-hop didn't feel loud anymore, it felt like it was waiting. According to alleged insiders, this is exactly where Kendrick wanted it. Suspended, uncomfortable, listening. Fans are shocked because suddenly, things started lining up too neatly to ignore. First, Kendrick reportedly declined 2 massive festival headliner offers for 2025. No announcement, no explanation, just quiet withdrawals. Promoters were confused, fans were disappointed, but insiders claim this was intentional. One alleged source said, "He doesn't want the spotlight yet. He wants absence to feel like hunger." And that word, hunger, kept coming up again and again. At the same time, Drake went into overdrive. Features, pop-ups, social media moments, every move felt louder than usual. Some fans called it dominance, others whispered desperation. One viral tweet read, "Why does it feel like Drake is trying to remind us he's still here?" That tweet alone sparked 1,000 arguments. Emotions ran high because Drake has always thrived on presence. But what happens when presence stops feeling powerful? Behind the scenes, rumors say Drake's camp began privately questioning the narrative. Not publicly, never that. But in meetings, in strategy sessions, allegedly someone asked the uncomfortable question. What if Kendrick isn't competing with us? What if he's replacing the game? That question shook people. Meanwhile, J. Cole's energy reportedly shifted inward. Dreamville insiders claimed Cole started pulling back from public appearances, focusing heavily on mentoring younger artists. Fans noticed. Instead of flexing legacy, Cole was talking about cycles, seasons, and knowing when to step aside. The internet immediately reacted. Some praised his maturity. Others accused him of folding early. But here's where the biggest twist hits. An alleged leaked voice memo, unconfirmed, but widely circulated, supposedly featured a producer claiming Kendrick's 2026 plan included one final body of work that would recontextualize the entire era. Not a diss album, not a victory lap, something deeper, something uncomfortable. The producer allegedly said, "It's not about them, it's about what they represent." Fans are shocked because that reframes everything. Drake isn't the villain. Cole isn't the casualty. They're symbols of fame, of balance, of compromise, and Kendrick, he's positioning himself as the rupture. Old wounds started reopening across the culture. Fans resurfaced moments where Kendrick criticized commercialization, moments where he questioned ego, consumption, idol worship. Lines that once felt philosophical now felt pointed. The comment sections turned into war zones. "He's judging us," one fan wrote. "He's challenging us," another replied. And then came the family fracture. According to rumors, Kendrick's inner circle experienced real tension during this phase. Not arguments, something worse. Disagreement without resolution. One alleged longtime collaborator reportedly stepped away quietly, unwilling to be part of what he saw as a scorched earth legacy play. That move sent shockwaves through fan communities. If true, it meant Kendrick was willing to lose people close to him to protect the vision. The family was left divided, not just emotionally, but ideologically. Fans began asking, is this growth or obsession? The pressure didn't stop there. Other artists started choosing sides without saying it outright. Subtle cues, a repost here, a like there, a refusal to collaborate. One prominent rapper allegedly turned down a Drake feature around the same time Kendrick rumors peaked. Coincidence? Maybe, but the timing felt loud. At the same time, independent artists started publicly praising Kendrick's approach, talking about ownership, longevity, not feeding the algorithm. That phrase went viral. Suddenly, Kendrick wasn't just an artist, he was a symbol of resistance, against burnout, against overexposure, against being constantly accessible. Drake fans pushed back aggressively. "Y'all romanticize suffering," one post read. "Music is supposed to be enjoyed, not endured." And that's when the debate turned philosophical. What is success? Numbers? Impact? Memory? J. Cole fans found themselves stuck in the middle again. Some believed Cole was the moral compass of the era, the balance Kendrick rejected and Drake never needed. Others feared Cole would be remembered as the one who chose peace while history chose sides. Then came another alleged bombshell. A respected industry elder reportedly warned multiple artists that Kendrick's next move would change how relevance is measured. Not streams, not tour, influence, silence, absence, meaning. That warning reportedly spread through private chats like wildfire. Managers panicked. Labels adjusted timelines. Everybody suddenly wanted to drop before Kendrick or after him. Nobody wanted to drop with him. That's power. Fans are shocked because Kendrick still hadn't appeared publicly. No red carpets, no interviews, just one rare photo surfacing online, Kendrick walking alone, hood up, no entourage. The caption went viral. "This man looks like he already left." Speculation reached a fever pitch. Some fans claimed Kendrick was planning to disappear after 2026. Others said he was preparing to become something bigger than rap entirely. activist, architect, myth. Theories got wild. But one thing was consistent: nobody thought Drake or Cole were being attacked directly anymore. They were being outgrown. The most chilling rumor came from an alleged closed-door conversation between two label executives. One reportedly said, "If Kendrick pulls this off, Drake becomes the soundtrack of the past, and Cole becomes the conscience that didn't lead." That sentence alone divided the internet. People called it disrespectful. Others called it honest. Emotions ran high because legacies were being rewritten in real time, without permission. As Phase 3 closed, fans weren't asking who would win anymore. They were asking who would still matter. And that's a much scarier question. Because if Kendrick's 2026 plan is real, it's not about destroying Drake or J. Cole. It's about surviving them. And with the culture already fractured, loyalties tested, and pressure mounting, might be where the silence finally breaks. And when it does, there may be no way to put the era back together again. By the time Phase 4 rumors hit the timeline, the culture wasn't just watching anymore, it was bracing. Fans are shocked because something finally changed. Not a drop, not a statement, but movement. Subtle, deliberate movement. According to alleged insiders, Kendrick Lamar's silence had officially ended, not with sound, but with signals. It started with a single update to Kendrick's publishing entity. No announcement, no caption. Just a quiet restructuring that only industry nerds noticed at first. Ownership clauses adjusted. Distribution language tightened. A few names removed. A few unfamiliar ones added. Within hours, lawyers, managers, and label execs were reportedly on the phone. Because moves like that don't happen unless something is coming. And then came the date. An alleged internal calendar leak showed a bold marker in mid-2026, labeled simply, "Final Window." No album title, no tour notes, just that phrase. Fans lost it. Was this Kendrick's final album, his final era, or the final move in a much longer game? Emotions ran high as speculation exploded. At the same time, Drake reportedly made a move of his own. According to rumors, Drake accelerated multiple releases, Lucy's, collaborations, surprise appearances. It felt intentional, almost defensive. One alleged OVO affiliate claimed, "Drake doesn't believe in waiting, he believes in momentum." And historically, that's been his strength. But fans started asking an uncomfortable question. What if momentum doesn't work against someone who's already stepping away? The internet quickly turned the situation into a narrative showdown. Presence versus absence, volume versus weight. J. Cole's camp, meanwhile, took a noticeably different approach. Cole allegedly declined several high-profile features and instead focused on behind-the-scenes work, executive producing, mentoring, and private sessions. Fans read between the lines. Cole is preparing for life after the crown, one viral post claimed. Supporters praised his wisdom. Critics said he was opting out of the fight, but this wasn't a fight anymore. According to an alleged insider, Kendrick's Phase 4 centered on forcing contrast, letting Drake be everywhere, letting Cole be reflective, and then arriving as something neither of them represented. He wants the culture to feel the difference before he explains it, the source said. Then came the most unsettling rumor yet. A respected music journalist quietly told peers that Kendrick's next project wasn't designed to dominate charts. It was designed to disrupt memory, to change how this entire era would be remembered. Not who sold the most, not who stayed longest, but who meant the most. Fans are shocked because that kind of ambition scares people. Old interviews resurfaced where Kendrick talked about disappearing, about not wanting to be a comfort artist, about art being uncomfortable. Suddenly, those words felt less philosophical and more like foreshadowing. Comment sections filled with arguments. He's pretentious, he's necessary, he's exhausting, he's honest. The family was left divided again. And then, the first crack in the silence. A cryptic message allegedly appeared on a private invite-only website connected to Kendrick's camp. No branding, no explanation, just a black screen and a sentence. "You asked for more. What did you think it would cost?" Screenshots spread like wildfire before the page went dark. Fans froze, Drake fans mocked it, Cole fans debated it, Kendrick fans called it chilling. The timing wasn't accidental. Within days, an alleged leak claimed Kendrick had recorded music addressing the audience's complicity. Not calling out artists, calling out listeners. Consumption, attention, the endless need for content. One supposed lyric fragment making the rounds read, "You crowned us kings, then starved us of rest." Real or fake, it struck a nerve. Drake's fans reacted fast. Why is Kendrick blaming us for success? Others defended the idea, saying Kendrick was holding a mirror to the culture. Emotions ran high because suddenly the conversation was Drake versus Kendrick versus Cole. It was artist versus audience. That's when people started realizing how dangerous this phase was. According to rumors, labels began quietly discouraging artists from publicly engaging in the discourse. Too risky, too polarizing. One wrong comment could put you on the wrong side of history, or at least the algorithm. The industry felt frozen, waiting. Meanwhile, Drake allegedly felt the pressure. A supposed private comment attributed to him leaked through fan pages. "I'm still here, don't erase me." Whether real or not, it ignited debate. Some saw vulnerability, others saw fear. Drake has always thrived on connection, on feeling seen. Kendrick's strategy, if real, was making visibility feel cheap. J. Cole's name kept trending in a different way. Fans began framing him as the human cost of the era, the one who tried to balance art and peace. Some claimed Kendrick's plan implicitly sidelined Cole by rejecting compromise itself. Others argued Cole chose his own lane and would age the best. Nobody agreed. And then came the most dramatic twist of Phase 4. An alleged emergency meeting between multiple major labels reportedly centered on one question. What if Kendrick's next move makes traditional rollouts irrelevant? No singles, no press runs, no playlists, just impact, just conversation. If that worked, the entire industry model would crack. "That's why people are nervous," one alleged executive said. "Not because Kendrick might win, but because he might change the rules after he's done playing." Fans are shocked because suddenly Drake and Cole didn't look like targets, they looked like proof of the old system. Successful, beloved, but tethered to a structure Kendrick seemed ready to walk away from. The emotional toll became visible. Online fan bases grew more hostile. People took criticism personally. Identity was wrapped in artists. The culture felt exhausted. And that exhaustion, allegedly part of the plan. The silence grew heavier. No music, no statements, just signs that something irreversible was approaching. Fans weren't counting down to a release anymore, they were counting down to a shift. Because if Kendrick breaks his silence now, it won't be to compete. It will be to conclude. And with Drake pushing presence, Cole choosing peace, and the audience stuck questioning its own role, maybe where the culture finally has to answer a question it's been avoiding for years. What happens when the artist stops chasing us and forces us to decide who we really follow? Before we wrap this up, I need you to pause and really think about everything you just heard. Because this isn't just rap gossip anymore. This is about legacy, power, and how the culture chooses its heroes. If Kendrick's 2026 plan is even partially real, we're watching history form in real time, and your opinion actually matters in this moment. So now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Kendrick is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers? Or do you feel like this whole narrative is being blown out of proportion to rewrite the story unfairly? Is Drake really at risk of being pushed into the past? Or is his dominance too strong to ever be touched? And where does J. Cole land in all of this? The smartest man in the room, or the one who stepped back too soon? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is bigger than sides. Read what other fans are saying, challenge their takes, defend your artist if you feel that energy, but keep it real. Hip-hop moves off dialogue, and right now the dialogue is louder than any record. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want when it drops, and trust me, it's only getting deeper from here, make sure you like this video. That lets the algorithm know this is the kind of content you want more of. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter, because when the silence finally breaks, you're going to want to be here first. And one last thing, share this with that one friend who always argues Big 3 rankings with you. Let's see where they stand now. This era isn't over yet. Stay locked in. Stay locked in.